Everybody, it's Monica with your best female figure, and today I'm back with a killer exercise for your booty and your core. This exercise is amazing for tightening, toning, strengthening, lifting, and also creating a really nice round curvy booty. As you saw in the pictures, those pictures are very recent from recent shows. So the exercise is an alternating curtsey kickback. And in the center portion, you're doing a squat. So that's the alternating part. Notice how I'm keeping my shoulders back when I'm squatting, and also when I'm doing the curtsey. I only start to fold forward once I'm in the curtsey really far down. Then I lean forward, place my hands on a chair or ball, and I use my glute muscle to lift that leg up nice and high. Now, if this version of the exercise is too advanced, you don't have that kind of coordination yet, then I'm going to show a whole bunch of other ways that you can start to do this exercise. This is a move that's in Love Your Booty and also in your Best Female Figure Plan. So you start with your basic curtsey. And notice how I'm focusing the exercise on one side. And I'm also placing my hands behind my head, but working hard not to pull forward. In fact, I'm actually leaning my head back into my hands. That's engaging my upper back muscles, and it's also helping to engage my core. So my deep abdominals are working. And the point here is to just really work on good technique, really crossing over and going down deep into that curtsey. To get that curtsey part down, you can add the forward fold and the glute kickback. Still, I'm not using ankle weights at this point. I'm just working on that coordination, getting from the deep curtsey lunge into that forward fold and raising that leg nice and high. Notice how I am trying really hard not to kick the leg back or swing it back. I know this is called a kickback because that's really what it looks like, but really you should be just lifting the leg by squeezing your glute muscle as hard as you can. If you add the ankle weights into this exercise, you're really going to have to work to squeeze your glute muscles hard to lift that leg up, because that weight is going to just weigh the leg down. I'm only using 5-pound ankle weights, but you can use up to 10 pounds. That's something I'm actually considering. Also, something really important to consider when you're adding the kickback, and also especially once you add the ankle weights in, is you really need to engage your deep abdominals as you're bending over to protect your spine. So those two things are super important: glute activation and core activation, both working together during this exercise. Tomorrow I'm going to upload another workout where you can actually do this move with a few others as part of a whole circuit, and you'll see why it's so important to have glute and core activation happening. Otherwise you start to get really fatigued and your back can start to not be so happy. Once you have the curtsey part down and the glute kickback part down, you can add the squat and start to alternate from side to side. Now this takes a lot more coordination, and it also takes a little bit more lower body and cardio endurance. You'll start to feel like your cardiovascular is working a little bit harder as you're transitioning from side to side. And also notice how your feet need to be pivoting in and out as you're doing this. So be very aware of that so that you don't hurt your knees. But try to take it slow. So if you just do it slow and get really good with your technique, you should be able to increase your strength and your endurance really quickly, so that you can then do a lot more reps much more quickly with a lot better technique. Now once you've got those three components down, you can then add a lateral leap, which is a lot more challenging for your cardiovascular as well as your lower body endurance. So this version would be really great if you're trying to burn more fat versus build more booty. I like doing both the ankle weight version and this leaping version. It just depends like what kind of month I'm having and what goals I have. So notice how you've eliminated the squat and you're just alternating by leaping from side to side. You still have to land in perfect curtsey form so that you don't hurt your knees, and then you're still using a lot of control to bend over and just kick back that leg. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and that it has been helpful. I will be back tomorrow with more exercises and tips to help you get your best female figure. Thank you so much for watching.